There were 4 rock albums that ruled 2002. This is one of them. Let's go inside the vinyl. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another edition of Inside the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Bianconi. If you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content, that would be appreciated also. And if you could go to our Facebook page and search for Inside the Vinyl, give us a follow there. The goal is to be more interactive and engaging with that as time goes on and we post more. But it is there for now, so that is also another place to find links to all the videos and all the stuff that we do. So, as you can see, I'm not, trying to make anything a surprise or, hold any kind of mystery as to what I'm doing today. Today I want to open up and take a look at an album that I was not even aware this was available on vinyl, much less that I could find one. But I found one yesterday at one of my local record stores, and I am talking about Weezer's 2002 album Maladroit. This was released on May 14th of 2002. It did come out on the Geffen label, at least that's what it's on now, I'm assuming. It was produced by Weezer, reached number 3 on the Billboard charts, and has been certified gold for sales of 500,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at this record. So anyway, there we go, front cover. Still has a cellophane. There's no hype stick or anything like that on here to speak of. Here is the back cover with the track listing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now this album I think was their 4th record. It came out after the Green album that they had that had like Islands in the Sun and Hash Pipe and all that. And kind of followed that same kind of every other album thing, like the Blue album was, a really big, like commercial, rock hit or whatever. And then they put out Pinkerton, which didn't do so great, and then they come back with the Green album that did really well. And then they put this one out that I don't know why, I guess maybe alienated some fans or something. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure why this particular album didn't do all that great. But anyway, there we go. Front cover again with no cellophane. Back cover, no cellophane. Let's see what's inside here. All right, so it looks like we do have a single insert. Looks like on one side there are lyrics, and I'm assuming on the other side, liner notes and lots and lots and lots of thank yous. So that's pretty cool. And I don't think there's any special color or anything like this. I think it's just black vinyl, which is cool. But let's go ahead and pull this out of the anti-static sleeve. And yeah, pretty basic. Just says Weezer in the middle with number 1 for side 1. And of course the same thing for side 2. So yeah, pretty basic. No frills, which is totally fine. But yeah, let me get this reassembled and then we can talk about this for a second. All right, there we go. Weezer Maladroit. Let's see. Like I said, I did not know this even had a vinyl release. And I don't mean maybe in 2002. I didn't know it had a current vinyl release because I see every other Weezer album available on vinyl except this one. And this is probably my favorite Weezer album, even though I haven't listened to it in a long time. But in 2002, there were 4 rock albums that pretty much dominated my my CD player, whatever at the time. And that would be Weezer's Maladroit, Queens of the Stone Age Songs for the Deaf, Foo Fighters 1-on-1, and Def Leppard's X. Were the 4 biggest rock albums for me personally. And those were what pretty much stayed in constant rotation in my CD player and everything at the time. So the singles from the record, a song called Dope Nose, another one called Keep Fishing, excuse me. But honestly, this album caught me right from the beginning because, the very first song, American Gigolo, kind of tears into the like that real crunchy, heavy guitar riff. And that took me right from the beginning, and I love this album, start to finish from that point. And honestly, as far as all the Weezer albums that I've heard, which is the first 5 or 6 of them, whatever, this is probably, in my opinion, the heaviest Weezer record because that's not the only song with real crunchy, heavy guitars. And maybe that's what put people off. The Blue album, at least the guitar on, a couple of those songs was kind of heavy, but nothing like what, this album rips into immediately right from the jump with American Gigolo. So let's see, and again, I saw this yesterday at the record store, had to get it. I wanted to do a show on it, if I could, because I don't have any content. But also because I don't feel like anybody really talks about this record as far as Weezer is concerned, and I really feel like they should because, again, this is probably my favorite Weezer record. And I'm not just saying that to try to be hip or I like the stuff that nobody else likes. That's not it at all. This album just kicks ass, man. This is really ripping guitars on this record while still being totally Weezer, which is pretty cool. So that's all I've got for you this time. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content. I've got all my other stuff out there. I won't bore you too much with the details other than I've got unboxings, live albums, lost classics, greatest hits, so on and so forth. I'm probably missing something there. I've got some live footage out there. I've got some old disc golf stuff from several years ago, and I've got a couple of documentary style films I made for school. Check all that stuff out. It's in playlist. If it's too much, on my page because I'm kind of all over the place. But again, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.